Hello and welcome to another episode of the collection on Bad Movie Bad Review. One of the more infuriating aspects of enabling this metastasizing growth of B-movies is that the rate at which they are added to is far in excess of the pitiful pace at which I actually watch them. It's a problem. Imagine having a chronic obsession with collecting waste produce from the bins behind a Sainsbury's, yet only ever nibbling on just enough to stay alive whilst keeping the rest to rot on shelves in a room specifically designed to accommodate the smell. As shit analogies go, I think this one works given the vast number of these films of which I have only watched the first 10 minutes of. Yes, it's disingenuous and only really serves to highlight just how much time and money I have wasted, but I find my outlook on mindfulness to be somewhat challenged when I spend my relaxation time kicking copies of Brain Smasher: A Love Story across the room in a blind rage. But it doesn't always end in unrestrained self-loathing and a topic for next week's therapy session. No, very occasionally I'll make it through to the end of a given film just because there is a possibility that Gary Daniels might get his tits out. Judge me all you want, but if that isn't a logically robust enough reason to keep loitering around charity shops, then there isn't one. Speaking of charitable organisations, you'd be forgiven for questioning the ethics of whichever local one willingly accepted money in exchange for a copy of Trevor's Tricks for Kids. Right, Trevor. Good Lord almighty, Trevor, what have you done? There's really not very much going on this cover. We have, who I think it's safe to assume is Trevor himself, and a bird, probably a dove, who he is smiling at. He also has rhinestoned up his jacket to make it more magical, I suppose. But yeah, there's really nothing on this cover other than a picture of him, his bird, and the words Trevor's Tricks for Kids. Obviously, there isn't a trailer for this DVD. This is probably the only copy of it in existence, considering that it was found in a local charity shop. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find something online of Trevor and his ways, but before we do, let's take a look at the other side of the cover. Yeah, we basically just have a list of the tricks that Trevor performs for kids, including something called the appearing handkerchief, which you would think it would be more amazing if it disappeared, I don't know. Then something called the floating orange, and coin through table. The one kind of ray of light that we do have here, though, is at the bottom we have the web address, which, believe it or not, is an actual website that is still up and running. And we basically have, it's pretty obvious that this was made in one afternoon using Wix. But it's a website, it works. It's not as good as my website, though. Links in the description. But yeah, it's Trevor smiling with animals. One thing that this does include are some videos on YouTube. Let's have a look at one of them.
Here we go, you're going to love this, Scott. Just a little red ball. You don't mind helping? Nope. Scott, take the ball. It's not your fault, Scott. Look, it's under the cup, Scott.
Oh, God. Right. Fuck that. Yeah. Chances of ever watching... Do you know what? Definitely. I need to learn what the floating orange is.
Scott, thanks very much. Thank you.
Next up we have Big Screen TV Volume 3. It's a bit busy on the cover of this, whatever this is. It's kind of bizarrely formatted, there's an awful lot going on, but we're going to try and dissect this. Big Screen TV Volume 3, Living Crystal Ball Illusions, amazing ingenious trick-or-treat decor, great for parties. Also inside, learn how to do outrageous magical crystal ball effects, and turn any size TV into a seance showcase. From the special effects expert who created effects for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the new Outer Limits comes Big Screen TV. Scream, sorry. Don't really know what to say about this. It appears to be just a DVD of weird visual nonsense, spooky shenanigans that you put on a TV to have in the background during Halloween or something. Let's take a look.
Oh my goodness! Who let you out of the house wearing that? Yes, you!
It's the most atrocious thing I've ever seen on anybody in my entire life. Oh.
Death as the case may be. Take it off now! Get out!
What? What? What is this? Is that literally all this is? How long is it? Right, let's get a look at the back of this and try and get into this a bit more. That just added to my confusion, but... right, let's take a look. Big Screen TV Volume 3, it's all going on back here too. Amaze, thrill and mystify Halloween trick-or-treaters with crystal ball illusions. They'll cast a spell on you, they're magical, they're spellbinding, they're funny. DVD includes tame version. What? Tame version, whimsical fun, anecdotal seances, and a real ball. The untamed version, a few scary seances added to tame version. Scary how-to tips. Learn how to do amazing crystal ball tricks. This segment shows how to use the video in all sorts of spooky, kooky, fun, and innovative ways. Scareware for your home TV. Oh my god. Yeah, right. Big Screen TV, Volume 3. Well, what a bargain. However much I paid for this. Chances of ever watching Big Screen TV, Volume 3. I need to know more. This is far too confusing, potentially completely mental. So yeah, definitely.
Why didn't you go before you left home? Don't tell me! I know! You didn't have to go then!
Next up, The Legend of Effin' Eddie. The amazing true story of a hilarious GAA match commentary which has become famous worldwide. I'm calling bullshit on that statement. I have absolutely no idea who Effin' Eddie is, nor did I know that there was a legend attached to him. There seems to be a picture of the person that I'm assuming is Effin' Eddie there, and possibly a cartoonized version of him, which looks nothing like the actual version of him. But there's a signpost and a hurley bat attached to a telegraph pole by the looks of things, and the sign says... What does that say? Sin or run my arse. I'm doubting somehow that there will be a trailer for this either, but let's check to be sure. Yeah, the whole thing's on YouTube. Oh, there's a promo! There is a trailer!
In December of 2009, Eddie Maroney of Aherlow GAA Club was presented with a Legend of the GAA award at a function held in Croke Park. Eddie, or Effin' Eddie as he is now better known, was presented with the award in recognition of a famous football commentary he did in Tipperary almost 20 years earlier.
We weren't too healthy at the start, but we tried to eat a good old bit of a breakfast. We might have had one or two little whiskies, but sure, that's part of the show, as the fella says. It's lobbing and it's tailing. Macklin not going on that now. Get lads, will you have the ball out, you devils? Will you kick the ball out? It's a free in there. That'll be the sleep out there, lads, will you? Out his brother Loki. And Loki's on the ground again. Throws it back. Jesus, what are you doing? Will you drive the ball down the field, or what are you doing?
Let's just get a look at the back. Eddie Maroney, while suffering the mother and father of all hangovers, gave the commentary of his life at the Tipperary Under-21 football final between his beloved Aherlow and really should have more respect for my cultural heritage. Never mind. In 1993. This is the amazing true story of a hilarious GAA match commentary which became famous worldwide, bullshit, selling thousands of match tapes and DVDs. Effin' Eddie has now become an internet phenomenon. No, he hasn't. Over 1.5 hours of entertainment, including the 2010 film The Legend of Effin' Eddie, 35 minutes, and the original full 1993 match, 70 minutes. The Legend of Effin' Eddie, produced and directed by Mick Daniels, and there's his logo. It's possibly just a little bit derivative, maybe, I don't know. That does look a little familiar. I also have all kinds of contact information here. I've got his address, or his distribution company's address, his phone number, his fax number, his email. Oh, there is a website, okay. effineddie.ie. Nope. Did I spell that right? I did. That doesn't exist. It cannot be found. Never mind. Chances of ever watching The Legend of Effin' Eddie? No.
The game is over now, love history, man! Oh, down the champions on the D1 football! Oh, mother of God, there'll be a big night in the...
Next up, we have BBTV, A New Dimension in Banding. What's the title here? Is it A New Dimension in Banding? Is that what it's called? Okay. I kind of made a bit of a mistake with this DVD when I bought it. Again, all of these come from a local charity shop. And when I saw this, I thought that it was a DVD about Orange Men. A DVD about Orange Men would have been absolutely brilliant. hilarious and amazing on all sorts of levels. But no, this actually isn't. It's, as far as I can tell, I'm not 100% sure, but it's not about Orange Men anyway, because there's no Orange Men on the cover. I thought they might have been Orange Men, but they're not, because they're definitely missing their sashes and their bowler hats. But yeah, it appears to all be going on with the people involved in this DVD, as you can tell by a fantastic looking brunch that 3 people are having on the left-hand side. I don't really know what to say about this. Again, I highly doubt that there'll be a trailer, but let's have a look. No, nothing on YouTube as far as the trailer's concerned, so let's take a look at the back. It's the same 4 images from the front. Okay. At least you can get a better look at the absolute crack that those 3 people are having on the left-hand side during their business meeting stroke brunch, whatever it is. Well, this was money well spent. Yeah, opening up the inside, we have a printed DVD. We also have a flyer. Oh, here we go. That's more like it, man. I might find out something. Welcome to BBTV, the first of a tri-annual production. Does that mean 3 years or 3 times a year? Tri-annual production that harnesses the dimension of What? Whoa! Holy shit. Let's back up and read that again. The first of a tri-annual production that harnesses the dimension of television for brass banding reportage. I don't think I have the patience to read the entire way through this. In fact, I definitely don't. All I know is it's not about Orange Men. And it was purchased locally, again, from a charity shop, so I'm pretty sure the person that originally purchased this thought it was about Orange Men, but it isn't, which is sad. A new dimension in banding. Chances of ever watching? What do you think? No. Next up, we have virtual sexuality. This actually looks like an actual film instead of just weird, locally produced garbage like everything else has been so far. Yeah, so it appears to be a film. It's classified. It's by Columbia TriStar. It's rated 15. The tagline is, "When you can't find the perfect guy, make one." Down here we have just bullshit. Funny, rude, and sexy, said Total Film. Okay, whatever. Just take it for granted that they did say that. Then we have four tropish, stereotypical wankers. The geek, the best mate, the lad, and the babe. Here's hoping that that's the order in which they are brutally murdered by the weird man-computer hybrid that this woman presumably creates in this film. I have to commend them, or, well, maybe not commend them, but at least draw attention to the choice of font for their film. It's very computery. There's even a barcode above it as well. And as much as I'm tempted to actually download a barcode reader from my phone and to try and scan that to see what it does, I wouldn't want to risk accidentally creating the perfect guy and having him materialize in my spare room. There would be too many questions asked. Well, it's a normal movie, so assuming that there's going to be a trailer, let's take a look here on YouTube and see.
Okay, here goes. I'm Justine Alice Parker. I've got 18 pairs of knickers, 14 pairs of shoes, not including trainers. I'm a vegetarian, sort of, and I'm a virgin. So I've got to choose a bloke to, you know, do it with.
Now, Alex is cute, but not very romantic.
Rumour has it you're not out of the box yet.
Chaz is sweet, but also kind of a geek. Maybe I should be more like Hoover.
Ever had a Jack Russell try to do it to your leg?
Well, maybe not. I guess what I'm saying is, I want it to be absolutely perfect.
What does that say to you?
Desperate?
Well, I say...
Door closing.
If you can't find the man of your dreams...
Body toning selected.
Make him yourself.
Photo real. Copy.
Wow! So that's what I did.
Where are my clothes? Why am I naked?
Oh, goodness, so you are. I hadn't noticed.
And it worked.
Sex on 2 legs.
Yes.
What the shit, Columbia TriStar? How do you... Where do you even start with that? The blonde girl's name is Hoover! What the fuck? I don't think I could make it through this film. Well, we'll get to whether or not I'll have the patience to actually see this movie. Let's look at the reverse of the cover first and see what we have. Okay, so at the top we've just got more shitty formatting, shitty 90s garbage-looking crap. Extra features trailer, featurette, and videocast diary. Thrilling. We've got interactive menus, which oh, that's interesting. It says interactive menus, but it lists what they are. Like, would that be a selling point? Did anyone decide to buy virtual sexuality because it specifically listed that there was a language choice in the interactive menus on the cover? I don't think so. Okay, let's read the synopsis. 17-year-old Justine, Laura Fraser, small faces, divorcing Jack, feels like she's the last virgin on Earth. It seems as though boys have a far easier deal, but now she's ready to take that big step. First, she needs to find the perfect match. Her Mr. Barcode... That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Oh my god. Right, compose yourself. Oh, stop. Calm down. School stud Alex, Kieran O'Brien, TV's cracker, fits the bill. So with the help of best friend Fran, Marcel Dupre, and geeky mate Chaz, I don't know, Luke DeLacy, Justine hatches a plan to set up a date at a computer exhibition. The magic of computers, right? Alex, however, has other ideas and abandons Justine to go out with the man-eating Hoover. This is fucking amazing. Dejected Justine decides to cheer herself up by trying out the Narcissus. Fuck, you don't say. They named it right anyway. Makeover machine, and has a great time creating her perfect man on screen. But just as she finishes, a huge explosion rips through the exhibition. Clambering out of the rubble, something seems very different. Somehow Justine has morphed into Jake. Her dream guy? Wait, what? Justine has morphed into... She turns into him? That doesn't make sense. That's not what happened in the trailer. Ugh. Chaos ensues with hilarious consequences as Jake deals with life as a girl trapped in a gorgeous guy's body. Oh god. And Justine continues her search for true love in this hip, funny, sexy Brit flick. Oh my goodness me. There are a number of things that make me feel like this film potentially wouldn't have gotten made in 2019. Virtual sexuality. I fully predicted that there would be absolutely no chance in hell that I would ever want to watch this film. But, chances of watching? Yeah! Yes! I want to see how insensitive and nonsensical this film actually is. Yeah, it's gotta happen.
Virtual sexuality, the new cyber sexy comedy.
If only blokes had barcodes, it would be so easy.
Okay, last up for this focus section of this episode, we have Daniel O'Donnell from the Heartland. Yeah, Daniel. Fucking there he is, look at him. Look at him. That's it. Featuring Mary Duff and the Daniel O'Donnell Band. Go on, Daniel. Featuring 21 great performances, many on DVD for the first time. He's being egged on by a coterie of rather elderly-looking people there. Regardless of their age, you can be absolutely guaranteed that there isn't one dry seat in that entire house. Yeah, so it's Daniel O'Donnell. If you don't know who Daniel O'Donnell is, well, allow me to present to you a clip.
And I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me.
Yeah, so that's Daniel O'Donnell. Beloved Irish icon, Daniel O'Donnell. Live from the heartland of America, Daniel O'Donnell returns to the stage in his 12th PBS concert special. In his unmistakable style, Daniel performs audience favourites like Stand Beside Me and Our House Is a Home, and pays tribute to artist... Yeah, you know what this is. It's Daniel O'Donnell singing fucking songs. He sings I'm Just Lucky, I Guess, That's Alright, She's Not You, Rivers of Babylon, and On the Wings of a Dove. Let's get a look inside. We've got a a reverse printed sleeve, which is nice. Quality product here. This probably cost quite a lot of money when it was first released, until it eventually ended up in a charity shop, most likely following someone's death. And then I bought it, and now I have it. And it's going on my goddamn shelves. Will I ever watch this though? No. The other new additions to the collection in this week's episode are Truck Driving Women, Action Films, amazing collection, 4 DVD movies, great value, including Danger Zone, Hulk Hogan, The Ultimate Weapon, Hollow Point, and Yesterday's Target. They came from the future to protect the past, with one of the Baldwins no less. Hope 08, Exposed, A Hidden Agenda, Carmen Electra's Aerobic Striptease, Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, has to be seen, you're f***ing right it does, great movie. And the best of ITV Wrestling A to Z. Thank you for watching. If you noticed something worth either exploring in a little more depth or throwing into the ocean, then feel free to leave a comment below.